she has been a part of the Irish for both of its championships and its 9 Final Fours, either as a player or coach in her 5th season at the helm. And for USC, they are led by Lindsay Gottlieb, who's in her 4th season, played basketball at Brown, spent some time in the NBA, and now back with women's college basketball, getting this USC team back to the Elite 8. Both of these teams come into this one undefeated on the season, and we are off. Coach is having a great perspective on this top 10 matchup, saying it's an early test for both of us, not the end-all be-all.
It's a measuring stick to see where you are so far in this young season.
Early touch for Kiki Iriafen. One of the points of emphasis for USC is to get the ball in the paint, either by penetration. Monolofin off on the first try. Iriafen trying to clean up the mess. And that's how the first possession goes for USC.
And you already see one of the keys for Notre Dame. They have to box out the front line of USC because Iriafen and Rhea Marshall are a handful on the glass.
Hannah Hidalgo leading the first possession for the Irish. We talked about that 1-2 punch in the backcourt. Hidalgo and Miles. Miles taking it to the cup and blocked by Rhea Marshall. The Trojans are off.
She impacted both of those shots, Zora.
Here she gets it on the other end. Strong take. Bodies on the floor. Hustle right away. A leader on the floor for the Trojans.
Their anchor on the defensive end. She knows the scout. She knows where everyone's supposed to be. Very consistent.
Great anticipation by Leah King. Here come the Irish. Miles gets into the lane. Runs into some traffic. Cutting Hidalgo puts it up for 2.
Really good contest there by USC in the paint on the initial attack. But Hidalgo with the follow-up. 5'6", but not afraid to attack the lane.
Watkins puts up her first shot. Just off. Iriafen goes to the floor. Notre Dame the other way.
Leah doing a really nice job defensively on Iriafen early.
Quick 4 points for Hannah Hidalgo.
Oh yeah, she's gonna bring the emotion, no doubt.
Marshall taking it to the cup, nice finger roll.
And right away, Notre Dame's defense collapses on Juju.
With the early lead. Hidalgo off on that one. See Kaylee Heckel, the freshman, bringing the ball up for the Trojans. Extra step there.
And Smith, with her being out, head coach Lindsay Gottlieb went to another freshman, Kaylee Heckel, who they call K9 to get the start today. Now, what they're losing with Smith is length and size defensively, but with Heckel, they gain pace, they gain transition, and they're playing with 2 point guards. So we're starting to see a theme here. Both teams right now have 2 point guards on the floor to start this match, Zora.
Both Kaylee Heckel and Kennedy Smith, a big part of the freshmen that have come in. Tie ball game. Plenty of time for the Irish to work. Miles has the freshman on her. Nice zip pass to Hidalgo under the rim. The vision from Miles. Meantime, Watkins attack mode.
You got to be a little nervous about the number of offensive rebounds of Olivia Miles. That is where she is so special. The floor general, the point guard, but she can see you from anywhere on the floor.
Watkins sees it go through for 2. Her first bucket of the afternoon.
Just silky smooth, man. It looks so easy and effortless.
But it's not.
I know it's not. I know. But she makes it look that way.
Here comes Kassan Prosper, strong take. And after Hannah Hidalgo has the first 6 points for the Irish, someone else gets on the board too.
Prosper is going to be huge in this game because of her size and versatility. Here's the defensive collapse on Watkins by Notre Dame.
Forces the jump ball, some feistiness there. Well, and Niele Ivey was so complimentary of Juju Watkins and her game, and she said, hey, we know we're not going to stop a scorer like that. The emphasis is on containment. Elbow action. Leah King, transfer from Pitt. Giving it back to Miles.
Heckel really making Miles work for the catch.
King just off inside the lane. Ice talking about the 2 ball handlers on the floor for the Trojans. Monolofin, strong take. Rebounded by Hidalgo. She surveys. Miles tees it up. Count it.
This is where Olivia Miles has impressed me in this young season, shooting 47% from long range. She only shoots 27 for her career.
The anticipation, cross-court pass, 2 threes in a row for Notre Dame.
Must-see TV at USC. Everyone wants to be courtside. Everyone wants to watch her play, take her in. And I know the folks at home can't see Snoop's feet, but he was crip walking just a moment ago to one of his own songs. I mean, this is the atmosphere you want to be in right now.
Well, and Snoop has a Juju uniform on, rightfully so.
He's always on point with his style.
I mean,
he had an Asia Wilson t-shirt on at the Olympics in Paris that blew me away.
So the Irish right now in the middle of an 8-0 run.
To contest the shot, Notre Dame has done that consistently.
Sonia Citron off the curl. Heckel hauls it down, leading the break for the Trojans. Trying to get something happen. Nice fake and take by Heckel.
Okay, freshman, let me know you're ready. What a beautiful move.
We saw it on that play.
Well, that athleticism just jumps off of the screen as she's coming down the court, but maybe not when she walks right into the arena.
Miles surveying. Goes off the screen, trying to make something happen. You want to talk about the resilience of Olivia Miles. She missed more than 600 days of college basketball.
Yeah, I mean, she is a fierce competitor, and I love what we heard from Niele Ivey and how proud she was of Miles, because it took so much mental toughness through the doubt, through the anxiety of will I get back and can I ever be the same? She looks better so far this season, in my opinion, Zora.
Watkins so far just 2 points. That try off as well. Irish holding on to its lead. Hidalgo refuses the screen. Left open, knocks it down.
Can't forget about her. The midi is pure from number 3 in blue.
See Watkins trying to get open, face guarded by Citron.
Boy, Notre Dame is really selling out defensively on Juju Watkins, sending all the reinforcements.
Miles, no look pass to the freshman Koval.
Right back down the floor is USC. Both of these teams want to play in transition and play with pace.
Citron remains on Watkins. That's been her assignment. Marshall faked it and got all the way to the rim. 2 minutes left here in the first. King trying to make something happen. 3 seconds.
Juju Watkins, that's why she came to USC from Stanford.
Area Fenn here at the elbow. Guarded by King. Swipe away from Hidalgo. Samuels trying to keep the possession alive for the Trojans. Stop and pop, but blocked by Citron. The Irish are everywhere defensively. This is Leah King at the charity stripe, the transfer from Pitt, the most improved player in the ACC a season ago.
What a huge get. When you look at Notre Dame's bench, you see about 4 players dressed in street clothes. Their front line is injured, including Maddie Westbeld, who is an all-ACC performer. They needed Leah to come in and make an impact, and she has.
Another turnover by USC leads to a fast break opportunity. The Irish don't connect. Watkins, too much space. Just can't get it to go yet.
It's about as open as Juju Watkins has been early in this game, Zora.
So shot clock is off as the end of the first quarter approaches. Notre Dame up by 10. Hidalgo recognizing time and score. Gets under the screen. Has Marshall on her now. King, less than 5 seconds left. Citron puts it up. And Notre Dame will end the first quarter on a 14-4 run.
Olivia Miles returning, who has been moving the ball, making good decisions, and Sonia Citron. There's a lot of experience in that backcourt versus what Juju Watkins has. And this USC team is still figuring it out. Very young and very new.
This is Notre Dame's first ranked opponent of the season. Its first real test. Meantime, USC did play Ole Miss in the season opener. Second quarter underway. USC in a 10-point deficit. You mentioned them going down low to Kiki Iriafen.
Got a height advantage on Leah King.
Uses the footwork.
She wants their team to be more disciplined offensively with their shot taking and then bar reversal. Can they get the ball to the second side of the floor and attack from there? Lastly, they really like that look that Rhea Marshall had.
Just excellent points there across the board, Isis, because this Notre Dame defense is really loading up on first side. So you're going to have to get a couple of ball reversals and try to hit Juju after a few passes, making the defense shift. And I also like taking advantage of the matchup with Koval.
King at the elbow. Sweet spot.
So poised, and making sure that we're not turning the ball over. Those are two things they've got to do, and we see they've already had a few more passes. They need to be willing to run deep in the shot clock on their offense.
Gonzalez, great use of her body. She signaled the too small. Gottlieb saying that her basketball IQ is off the charts.
And right here, USC's got to push.
Heckel starting the offense. You see Marshall asking for the basketball. They get it to Iriafen.
Taking a moment for USC to find some flow, so everyone has to be aggressive.
Got Gonzalez off the ball more today with Heckel in. And a defensive change by the Irish.
Showing some zone. They talked a little bit about this, and then going to
deep three by Kaylee Heckel, showing the versatility in her game early. You see how fast the Irish get it up. Met by Rhea Marshall at the rim. You can sense momentum shifting. The gaming center erupts. Gonzalez the other way. And the road team calls a quick timeout. 9-2 run to start the second quarter. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Hidalgo has to work. She puts it up from deep. Leah King cleans up the mess and draws the foul.
Extremely pleased with how she has fit into their system and much needed.
Both are calming sense on the floor, too.
She plays like a giant in the paint at 6 foot. Does miss both free throws there.
Looking for some action. Gonzalez has plenty of time. You see how quick Notre Dame gets it out of the break. Hidalgo short. Watkins gets the board, keeps it. Watkins, another rebound, and the jump ball. We'll keep an eye on Juju.
Stay consistent, continue to cut and get open. Things will open up for her later in the game as her teammates get more involved.
Citron from beyond the arc.
But she also wants to score, don't get it twisted. Got the eye of the tiger.
Something clearly bothering her on the bench. Meantime, her team trying to even the score. Stays alive, Kiki Iriafen. A lid on the bucket right now for the Trojans.
Iriafen has not been as effective as I know Lindsey Gottlieb would want her on offense, but what a defensive play there.
Gonzalez recovers it right back to the Irish. Hidalgo one-on-one against Heckel.
That is what Hannah Hidalgo does. You cannot rest.
Growing up with 4 brothers in the backyard playing pickup, she says, I'm fearless.
She's from Jersey. And I'll tell you this, we're at USC. So Juju Watkins is the headliner. She is absolutely the face of women's college basketball. But Hannah Hidalgo is right there. I mean, the impact as a sophomore that she has had on the game early in her career.
They go to Kiki. Heckel, attack mode, tries to finish it on the other side to no avail.
It's a tough shot.
2-on-1, Kassan Prosper.
Who else there to contest?
Rhea Marshall. Yeah, had to think she adjusted her shot because of that. Kiki Iriafen.
Hey, that's a jinx, Zora.
We're just
You're
on the
supposed to
same
say-
page. And you'll notice, sometimes it's Olivia Miles who brings it up. Sometimes it's Hannah Hidalgo.
That's a luxury.
King thought about it, took the jumper, right choice.
Clean and confident.
But great players find their rhythm. They let the game come to them.
Yeah, and USC is going through some growing pains. They have 3 new starters.
The step through.
High level of difficulty on that shot, Zora.
Sometimes all it takes is seeing one go in. Miles with the step back. That's good.
Boy.
Heckle wasting no time. Lobs it down to Area Fenn. But the good front by Leah Tu King. Hidalgo.
Boy.
So good at drawing fouls. You have the point guard, Kaylee Heckle, playing with a couple of fouls. She's got 2 in this first half.
Again, I can't say enough. You're missing Kennedy Smith. She creates offense for them off their defense. She's great in transition. And this is the depth that Lindsey Gottlieb is still building in the backcourt with freshmen.
Hidalgo goes 1 for 2. Sonia Citron back in the game, so she'll go back to her main assignment. Meantime, Rhea Marshall in attack mode. Other side, Kiki Area Fenn.
Excellent reads off of the glass as a rebounder.
Miles threads the needle down to King. Double dribble.
Rhea Marshall's defense will make you change your mind. Consistently talked about her basketball IQ, especially on defense.
Watkins through everyone.
So good in her young career at getting to the free throw line.
So Juju Watkins will have 2. Meantime, Leah Tu King goes to the bench for the Irish.
Plays small. Prosper's actually taller than Leah Tu King, but she is a guard.
Koval on the board. 5-point difference. Miles changes directions, trips over herself. Turnover, Notre Dame.
This is only a 5-point game.
Watkins in her bag, trying to find an opportunity. The Trojans reset and see Marshall playing floor general. Hometown roll for Rhea Marshall.
Okay, Rhea. She has attempted 1-3 on the season, so a little further out. And she 1 for 1 from 3-point land.
Koval, the freshman, and the recognition there. Nice finger roll.
Leah Boston.
We love her return. 31-26 with 1:04 to go in the second quarter. Talia Von Olofin, LaChina, you've mentioned it. The transfer from Oregon State. She's not one of the dominant scorers on this USC team so far this season, but she's one of their leaders. Less than a minute to go here in the first half. The crowd starts to stand up, and Hidalgo puts it in.
The strength.
Von Olofin off the Marshall screen. Tries to step through, rattles in and out. She's got Samuels on an island. Which way does she go? To the left. Kick out. Not much time. Prosper before the buzzer, and it's good.
Juju Watkins has definitely struggled with the ball in her hands in the first half, 2 for 9 from the field, but you heard Lindsey Gottlieb tell Isis Young at the half that they want to get her to some different spots. She didn't feel like her team really executed. Also wants to get Kiki Area Fenn more involved. And I liked what our halftime crew talked about. They got to limit their turnovers. Period, point blank. Value the possessions.
Big Shots, of course, is presented by Xfinity. USC had 13 turnovers in that first half. They get the first possession of the third. Watkins down to Area Fenn, stripped away by Hannah Hidalgo, make it 14 turnovers.
Hannah Hidalgo has been the best player on the floor on both ends of the floor.
3 steals, 18 points for Hannah Hidalgo.
And that's the transition game for Notre Dame that is so deadly. They get up the floor quickly, and everyone is looking to be a scoring threat.
Watkins step through, little dance move there. Hidalgo, patient here, trying to figure out how she wants to attack the defense. Goes up against Kiki Area Fenn to no avail.
Got it.
Watkins up against Citron. Area Fenn missing the chippies.
Got to hit those, but you also have Kate Koval at 6'6" right there to help contest. She's got the size advantage over Area Fenn.
And it leads to a 3 by Sonia Citron.
You got to really communicate and know where everyone is.
Quick passes. Heckel knocked down a 3 earlier. That one's no go.
But that was the right play by Kiki Area Fenn. She has multiple defenders, looks to move the ball.
It'll stay with the Irish. Notre Dame finds themselves up by 10. A couple minutes have gone by here in the third. Same starters as the beginning of the game. Olivia Miles loses it. Gone often. No one in front of her. Goes up for 2.
I like it. High risk, high reward defense by Bonhoeffer. Gotta get them out of rhythm. Take some risks. Shoot the passing lanes. Be physical.
Miles back at it. Off one leg and off the backboard.
Pretty smooth.
Banks are open on Saturdays, folks.
So we hear.
Quickly the other way. Area Fenn loses it.
It's a frustrating afternoon so far for Area Fenn. Playing a little too fast. She wants it so bad. Just take your time.
Hidalgo, that's behind the 3-point line. Watkins gets the rebound, keeps it with pace. Through contact too. Juju Watkins. Stars showing out. Couple turnovers by Notre Dame. A foul at midcourt. Juju now up to 9 points. He's had a couple of buckets here in the third. That one she lost all on her own. Double dribble. She's ready. Well, we were at Notre Dame's practice yesterday, and the way that Niele Ivey fired up her group for this moment was inspiring to hear and listen to.
She's so passionate.
Citron, too much on that attempt. Trojans looking up court. Here's Watkins. She's now in double figures. Well, she's had nothing easy, right? Multiple defenders on her through contact. Sonia Citron tried to anticipate it, lands in the hands of Watkins, who will secure the basketball. Wicked, of course, in theaters now. Rated PG.
I'm excited to see Wicked. How about you, Zora?
Yeah, me too.
That should be it's perfect for the holiday season. Take the family.
Hidalgo one-on-one. And the whistle. Hidalgo at the free throw line for 2. Her third trip to the free throw line.
Relentlessness, and she's been that way since the first day she stepped on campus at Notre Dame. Year after year, and Hannah Hidalgo making her mark in South Bend.
Hidalgo now up to 20 points. Meantime, Area Fenn, mid-range jumper.
I like it.
USC has got to capitalize on opportunities if it gets it. In and out for Kassan Prosper. You see them trying to get the basketball up quickly, even if it's just to start the offense.
Yeah, but Notre Dame played really good transition defense. Full Wiley. Wow, how fun is she to watch?
Back here, USC trying to get back into this basketball game. Watkins just in and out. Olivia Miles back in the basketball game for Leah King, who goes to the bench, LaChina, with 4 fouls. That is something to keep an eye on.
Without the post depth, we talked about the injuries for Notre Dame. That is huge.
Miles between the legs before she even puts it on the deck. Stripped away by Watkins. Watkins stays with it through everyone. Juju Watkins in double figures now, going to work in this third quarter.
Juju has turned up the juice in the third quarter right here. Great defense, excellent hands in transition. She finds the middle of the floor. Wow, spin move, tough bucket with multiple defenders right at the rim.
She slithered right through Kassan Prosper.
She's done that a couple times against a double team or traffic.
All right, back to a three-point game. USC can either cut the deficit or tie on this possession. Marshall has navigated from the top of the key.
Sonia Citron is full out denying Watkins.
Backdoor cut by Juju. Misses the layup. Nice read, though.
Getting physical, a little chippy out here, Zora.
3 minutes to go here in the third. The toughest test so far this season for both these teams. Both of them undefeated so far. Koval spins and too much contact.
Her defense has been exceptional so far to start the year.
A true two-way player. The Trojans upping the ante defensively, forcing the turnover. Here's Watkins. Surveying, deciding which way she wants to go. Everybody getting a touch. Area Fenn, she's faced up before.
And I still like that decision. I think she has to mix it up with the face-up game, but she's giving herself some space to create.
Hidalgo deep in her bag.
Her finishing package at the rim is as good as anyone in the country. And then she gets back on defense.
The Irish pouncing like piranhas there. 5-point basketball game, less than 2 to go here in the third. Kiki Iriafen trying to get going off balance. The entire USC bench wanted a call. Meantime, Hidalgo the other way.
Well, hey, same call, no call.
Consistency. Marshall, too open, had to shoot it. Gets her own rebound. Staying with it. Score remains the same. Miles realizes no one picks her up, makes them pay.
Wow. Olivia Miles with a big bucket. We talked earlier about Kiki Iriafen possibly being a lottery pick in the WNBA draft. Miles' name is there now.
Juju, great facilitation.
Miles' draft stock is, you knew she was an excellent passer. She's got the vision, can rebound with size, but if she adds a consistent three-point shot to her game, she's only shooting 27% on career, but this year, we could see her best from beyond the arc.
Short sample size, but 47% from the three-point line so far this season.
It looks good, Zora, doesn't it?
Smooth.
Yeah.
And she's had a lot of time to work on it. Of course, didn't play all of last season, but she was cleared to be on the court in February. Hidalgo, this time in the mid-range, she's just showing us the entire versatility.
Nothing USC can do about Hannah Hidalgo right now. Watkins a little quick in transition, but he's been on fire in this third quarter.
Miles navigating, pulls. You thought Avery Howell got a piece on it.
I don't think she did.
High Forsberg.
Miles in the middle of the floor, getting a piece of the paint. Hard to tell from that angle. But Miles is pretty confident there was a foul there.
The last full season that Olivia Miles had, all ACC first team, ACC Player of the Year runner-up, All-American second team. She's got the accolades to back everything up that she's doing on the court. Meantime, USC has missed 8 of its last 9 field goals. Shot clock is off in this third quarter. Juju asking for the basketball. Howell skips it to Heckle. Less than 10. Juju runs into a wall with Kate Koval. Blocking is the call.
I think that's the right call.
Double figures in this third.
Still gelling. Notre Dame has played outstanding defense. They're without a starter. Despite all that, Juju has been able to find some consistency here in the third quarter.
5.1 left in the third quarter. Inbound to Miles. Time winding down. She puts it up. And the score will remain where it's at. Notre Dame holding on to that 7-point lead, the same lead that they had at the end of fourth quarter. Coming up in NCAA women's basketball.
Boy, I can't wait to see the Big Ten this year. Adding UCLA, USC. It is going to be a dogfight in that league. Keep your eyes out for Michigan. Kim Barnes-Arico. Might be a special year for Go Blue.
Hidalgo dumps it down to Citron. Pump fakes her way into drawing the foul.
In her absence.
First trip to the free throw line today for Citron. And that foul on Juju was her third.
Cameron Brink is courtside as well.
Isis, talk to us.
I got the chance to listen in on that last timeout going into the fourth for USC, and it was actually very quick. Offensively, they want to push the pace. Juju actually spoke up and said, we need to push the tempo a little bit, and Lindsey Gottlieb agreed. And then defensively, they have to find a way to slow down Hannah Hidalgo. Maybe it's in the half court in terms of ball screen defense, but they really want to slow down Hannah. They feel like she's the head of the snake right now.
That she's realized she needs to do in her sophomore campaign.
Yeah, I mean, the leadership of Juju Watkins is imperative for this USC team. She was a little frustrated early in this game and just had to work through it. This last 8:39 is going to come down to ball security for both teams. Who can limit turnovers, the patience and poise to get the shots you want from the right places on the floor, and taking advantage in transition. Who can run and make plays? Really good secondary defense by Kate Koval.
Meantime, Citron Euro step.
Here comes Sonia Citron getting it on the action.
Hidalgo, tenacious on the other end. Basketball going back and forth. Just Koval's first block today. In Notre Dame's last game, she had 7. Remember, this is a freshman making a huge impact so far for the Irish. And Hidalgo, point of attack. This is what she does, just causes havoc. Kiki Iriafen spots up. It's been a tough day from the field. Prosper flies in. Second chance opportunity for Notre Dame, extending its lead. Close the deficit to as much as 3 here in the second half. Of course, now down by double digits. They pitch it into Iriafen.
Was contested by Kate Koval. Just a wall of defense. Koval has got good size, good strength, finds a good angle. Yeah, that's a clean contest. Vertical.
Iriafen 3 for 12 from the field so far this afternoon. Lana Lofton finds the bottom of the net. And all of those WNBA executives and scouts you were talking about, Kiki Iriafen is projected to go number 2 in the WNBA mock drafts. I mean, I know field goals have been hard to come by today, but she is that good, folks. No rush here for Notre Dame. Miles playing with patience, creates some space.
I'm telling you, that 3 off the catch and shoot, the 3 off of the bounce.
Iriafen asking for it. Goes back to the face-up game. Spin, turnaround jumper.
Iriafen has lost her shoes, so it's 5-on-4 right now for Notre Dame. They've got an advantage. They get an offensive board and put back.
Notre Dame continuing to extend its lead. There's talk about Notre Dame's strength of schedule so far. This is the team's first ranked opponent. They're showing they're ready on a big stage on the road. 11-2 run right now.
I feel like something that USC has gotten away from is their movement off the ball on offense.
Keep it coming, Olivia Miles.
You talked about WNBA coaches and executives in the building. They got the notepads out.
Tying a career high for Miles.
Beckers and seeing Miles, who can also both score, but just great floor generals. That's going to be huge for the league.
19-point difference in this one with 4:30 to go.
Look at Hannah Hidalgo.
Relentless. Misses the first steal, gets it on the second opportunity. Pitch ahead pass to Citron.
It's the cat-like reflexes. There's a strategy to what she does.
5 steals on the afternoon for Hannah Hidalgo. She led the country in steals a season ago. She's at that top spot right now so far. Nice pitch to Erie Fenn from Marquette.
Harlan back, which would be a good boost, but they've got everything you would need to be a contender.
Miles is just playing with folks now.
Yeah.
Going under the defense, pushing her body back, creating space. Juju Watkins in the back.
Beautiful move. You know, when we talked to Niele Ivey about how she was preparing for Juju Watkins in her scouting, she said, I don't think I prepared for a player like her since Maya Moore.
Yeah.
Remember the old Big East when Connecticut and Notre Dame were still playing in non-conference but had big rivalry. Niele and Muffet and company were preparing for one of the greats in Maya Moore, and she mentioned Juju's name in that company.
Juju now at 20 points. And the schedule doesn't get any easier for either of these teams. In December, the Irish have Connecticut and Texas. USC will play Connecticut in non-conference play as well.
Yeah, these next few weeks, Notre Dame is going to learn a lot because not only are they playing UConn and Texas, but they're playing them like in the next 6 games. 3 of their next 6, they're playing top 10 teams.
Area Fenn through the contact. She will go to the free throw line. Area Fenn perfect from the free throw line this afternoon. Full court pressure here by the Trojans. We've seen them press for most of the games before this one, but Lindsey Gottlieb didn't think it would come out against the Irish. We're seeing it with 90 seconds to go.
She was a little concerned because of their vision and passing ability about pressing. And you can understand why with the way that Hidalgo and Miles can read the floor.
Watkins hesitates, crossover and scores.
Such a complete skill set is a huge advantage with that size and that versatility.
Well, that's one of the things that Juju worked on in the offseason was pace and change of speed, and we saw it with that hesitation there.
Tough, and I think Notre Dame has responded well. I was concerned about their size, especially Hidalgo in the back.
So Heckel misses her second opportunity. Remember, Kaylee Heckel's a freshman. Juju goes behind the back, finds the bucket once again.
Just call number 12. As this game starts to come to an end, just a dominant performance by Notre Dame. The Irish brought their A game on the road.
41.4 left in this basketball game. You've got Miles, Prosper, Rish, Hidalgo, and King on the floor for Notre Dame. Hidalgo kicks it out. Obviously, no need to hurry with the lead that the Irish have. Niele Ivey calling this matchup against the 3rd-ranked team in the country a test, and they have passed.
She was preparing her team for the environment that they would face, the level of excitement, but she's also talked a lot about what this means for women's basketball, playing on this platform early in the season with big stars on both sides.
Hannah Hidalgo will dribble this one out. She finishes the game leading all scorers with 24 points, and Notre Dame is going to go on to win on the road, remaining undefeated on the season. Final score, 74-61. To be able to have this performance, traveling cross-country in front of a sold-out crowd on a big stage, national television, both teams showed up, but Notre Dame showed out.
Yeah, this game doesn't win you a national championship, but it gives you the confidence to compete on the road and against the best teams as this season rolls on for the Irish.